Dave, yeah, a really difficult afternoon in West Lothian. Can you just give us your thoughts on that one?
I think there's two big moments in the game out with our control, realistically. It was the penalty decision and the sending off of Steph, so I think both are extremely soft at best, if I'm honest. I think Steph's second yellow. Roof actually makes contact with Steph. Steph stands in Steph's, Roof's right foot stands in Steph's left foot. I think he's looking for the foul. I don't think it's a yellow card. So I think we're really unfortunate, and up until that point I thought we were well within the game. Obviously Tav goes and puts that in the top bin. It's a fantastic free kick. I think I've not watched it back. Don't know if we could be bigger in our wall, but I think the boys are unsure where he's going to shoot it, or they're going to put that in the box, so you've got the bigger ones picking up in the box. So that's something we'll probably have to look at, but you're down to 10 men. For the awarded free kick, you lose a goal, so I think it's extremely difficult at that point. But up until the sending off, I was fairly pleased with the players. I thought they performed very well at times.
Yeah, I think that, like you say, they competed really well generally. Is it disappointing though, the nature of losing the goals from set pieces and penalties?
I can't do anything about the pen. I think James has got his shot, but I don't think there's any force that pulls Morelos. I don't think Morelos is anywhere near the ball. So it's no denying a goal's going off, anything along the lines. So I just think it's a really soft one. You go and look at it in the television, there's a decision to make, but I think you've got to then take in the force. Has it played a part in Morelos not getting? I don't think it has. I don't think it has. Obviously James will be disappointed, but if you were to go down Scottish football and give penalties for that, it's happening in the opponent's box, I think you'd be given, 15 penalties a week by using that analogy of James's pull on Morelos. So I'm disappointed at the penalty, but again we'll need to look at that, but really disappointed at the penalty. I think it's soft, but I thought up until sending off we were well in the game. We were posing an attacking threat, we were defending our box very well. Shamal never had a lot to do, albeit McGregor never had a lot to do, but I was fairly happy with the performance up until the sending off.
Do you think that potentially the chance at the back post for Stephen Kelly, if that just kind of hits on target, then maybe it's a different game?
I think in hindsight Stephen should probably take a touch. I think he had time to maybe bring that down in his chest. I think it was one in the first half also came for a long throw in with James Penrice at the back post. I think could do a wee bit better there, but if there's anybody at the club that can hit that first time and score, it's Stephen Kelly. The kid's got unbelievable technique, so he's done that first time. In hindsight you're probably saying, look, take it down, take your touch and slot it away, but obviously the game changes at that point if we can get that goal, but unfortunately we never quite got that goal today. And I think there's two big moments in the game that change the game, and that's the yellow card. I've not seen his first yellow back, Steph, but I can remember in real time, and I'm fairly honest, I can remember thinking it's a soft yellow as well, even the first one. So he's really unfortunate to get hit with two yellow cards. We're unfortunate to be at 10 men. I think it's a soft penalty kick, and really, that's about the story of the game. I can't really add any more to it. I'm not trying to cover over it. I asked the boys for a performance. I think we were due the fans a performance, because last week was disappointing. And there's one thing I'd never accuse any of these teams that I've managed or been at this club is they'll always go out and give it their all. Every single player will go out there and give it their all. So we never really quite got the performance last week in terms of defensive. We weren't good enough defensively. But to come away for this 3-0 down, it's a fantastic free kick, a penalty. And I'll look at the third goal, because it's came for a dead ball situation. I think it was a corner kick at the time. So we'll look back at that, but we've got 10 men in the park at that point, so it's difficult. So I think the performance was there up until the sending off today. I think the boys, they performed as well as I hoped they could, but I think two big decisions went against us today, and ultimately that swayed the momentum of the game.
And just heading up to Pittodrie next weekend, a big opportunity to kind of try and get back to winning ways. A difficult result up there earlier in the season. Is it a good opportunity to try and kind of put that right?
Nah, I don't coach that way. I don't manage that way. It's a great opportunity to go and pick 3 points up. I'll not take any motivation from the previous game, if I'm honest. again. So again, we've still got our game in hand coming up as well. So we're in and around where we want to be. So it was always going to be difficult. I'm quite happy where we are as a club. And ultimately we need to try and go up to Pittodrie and take something from the game, which we're more than capable of doing. So one that I'll look forward to.